Tom yum goong, pad thai, green curry. I mean, just saying the names makes your mouth water, doesn't it? Thai food has totally conquered the world, and it's a huge reason why so many of us dream of visiting Thailand. But as we look to the future, we've got to ask, what's the real recipe for a cuisine that not only tastes incredible, but also does incredible things for the people and places it comes from? Well, let's dig in.
This quote really gets to the heart of it all. Food is so much more than just fuel for our bodies. It's a story. It's history. It's a declaration of who you are. So when we travel and we eat, we're not just tasting ingredients. We're literally tasting a culture. It perfectly explains why food tourism is such a powerful and really personal experience.
And that really begs the question, right? Is the story we're getting the full story? Is that delicious plate of street food truly as good for the local community and the environment as it is for our taste buds? There's a deeper story here, and it's one we all kind of need to explore.
Okay, so to get to that deeper story, first we have to appreciate the sheer scale of Thailand's culinary influence. It's not just a country with great food. For millions of people around the globe, Thailand is food. It has truly become a global kitchen, and we're about to see just how massive its menu really is. I mean, there's really no debate about it. Thailand is the undisputed hub for food tourism in Asia. Its fame is built on that incredible street food, that perfect balance of spicy, sour, sweet, and salty. It's a cuisine born from this rich fusion of cultures, and for millions of travelers, it's the single biggest reason they book a flight. It's a perfect example of food as this magnetic global force.
And we're not talking about some niche interest here. Get this, by 2030, it's projected that a full quarter, 1 out of every 4, of all global trips will be motivated mainly by food and drink. That is a massive economic shift, putting what's on our plates right at the center of the world's tourism industry.
But, and there's always a but, isn't there? With that incredible popularity comes immense pressure. This global appetite for Thai cuisine has a side that we don't always see in our beautiful vacation photos. There are hidden costs, and honestly, they're becoming way too big to ignore.
You can think of it like a double-edged fork. On one side, you've got the amazing promise of tourism, a boost to the economy, global recognition, fantastic cultural exchange. But the other edge, it's sharp. The research calls it overtourism, and it leads to serious environmental strain, a potential loss of what makes the culture authentic, and infrastructure that just can't keep up.
So what does this actually look like on the ground? Well, it looks like major social disruption for the people who live there all year round. It's the slow degradation of once pristine natural landscapes. It's mountains of trash and shocking amounts of wasted water. And maybe the most worrying part is this risk of what's called cultural homogenization, where unique local traditions get kind of flattened and simplified just to appeal to a mass market. So the crucial takeaway here is that we just can't continue with business as usual. But the good news? There is a different path forward. Researchers and policymakers are actually putting together a new vision for 2030. A sustainable recipe, if you will, designed to feed the world's love for Thai food without devouring its source.
Now, at the heart of this whole new vision is this concept called sustainable culinary tourism. Might sound a little academic, but put simply, it's a way of traveling that takes full responsibility for its impact. It's not just about what we eat, but about actively making sure that the culture, the heritage, and the environment that create that amazing food are protected for generations to come. So, how do we actually do that? Well, the solution can be broken down into a simple 3-step recipe. Step 1, champion local ingredients and the farmers who grow them. Step 2, empower the local communities so they're the ones who really benefit financially. And Step 3, actively protect the planet by cutting down on waste and environmental impact. Simple, right?
Okay, so let's see how this sustainable recipe moves from being a great idea on paper into real-world action. What does it actually look like, and what does it feel like when you're a traveler on the ground?
Well, it looks like farm-to-table restaurants, where you know exactly where your food came from. It looks like community-run cooking classes, where you're learning from locals, not some big corporation. It's about supporting local food festivals, creating smart waste reduction plans for those busy night markets, and building supply chains that put money directly into the pockets of small-scale farmers. These are real, tangible actions that make a huge difference.
And wow, when you put the two models side by side, the contrast is just stark. The old, conventional model, it often relies on imports, funnels money to big corporations, creates tons of waste, and can water down authentic local culture. The sustainable model, though, does the exact opposite. It sources locally,
directly benefits the community, has a tiny environmental footprint, and actively works to preserve what makes the culture so special in the first place? The choice seems pretty clear, doesn't it?
So what does this all add up to? Well, it's a vision for the future of travel, where the choices we make as tourists can actually be a powerful force for good. The future, in this case, is literally sitting on our plate.
The ultimate goal here, the big vision for 2030, is for Thailand to become a true global model, a blueprint for a whole new kind of tourism, one that is high quality, deeply respectful of local people and their traditions, and fiercely protective of the natural environment that makes it all possible.
And this brings us right back to you, because this isn't just about big policies or academic ideas, it's about the small choices we all make every day. So the next time you're on a trip, whether it's in Thailand or anywhere else in the world, just ask yourself, what story is this plate of food telling? Is it a story of sustainability, community, and respect? Because the power to write that story, well, that's in our hands.